So I don't think that anxiety and depression should be a taboo topic to speak about. I believe it's something that should be discussed freely, mainly because there are millions of people out there who suffer from anxiety and depression, and most of us feel alone. Um, and this video is really meant for you guys. This video is meant for people who suffer with anxiety and depression, just to know that there's somebody out there who can relate to them. And if you guys ever need to talk, I'm here. You can send me a message, you can write a comment below, and we'll get in touch somehow. But you're not alone, so this video is for you. Hi guys, it's Amy, aka the Mormon Vegan, and today's video is going to be a little personal. It's going to be all about anxiety and depression, so if this is something you'd like to hear about, keep watching. So I was first diagnosed with anxiety and depression last year. However, I have been having anxiety attacks and episodes of depression since I was a teenager. It really all started when I was a foreign exchange student in Germany. Before that, I did not really have too many issues. I did have a lot of anxiety, but I had a lot of creative outlets to put that energy into, so it didn't really handicapped me. So I was a foreign exchange student in Germany, and when I arrived, I got lost in this huge train station. When I got lost, I was freaking out, and I didn't have a phone to call my host family. I didn't speak German, so it was really scary. So eventually it all worked out, and I got to where I was supposed to go, and that was it. But that was really the first moment where I felt really panicky. So anxiety is basically like facing a bear all the time. There's constantly a bear around the corner, and you're always in flight or fight mode. There's never really a time of calm unless you make it a priority. Now, sometimes when I have anxiety attacks, which is pretty often, I don't realize I'm having an anxiety attack. My husband has to say, "Hey Amy, you're fighting a bear." And once I realize that I'm having anxiety, then I'm able to snap out of it, or at least be aware that that's what's happening, that I'm okay, I'm not dying, and I'm not fighting a bear, but it is what it is. The anxiety disorders that I was diagnosed with was generalized anxiety, which is basically where you feel like you're fighting a bear by yourself or with people. I was diagnosed with social anxiety, which is where I become super shy around people that I don't know, and sometimes it's really difficult for me to be myself around them out of fear of them judging me or sounding stupid, or just anything you can really think of about a fear of people. Especially crowds. Like, I don't actually mind crowds at all because I feel kind of invisible in crowds. I don't feel like anybody's looking at me. But when there's a smaller group of people, I feel like I stand out more, and that tends to freak me out. I don't like it when I feel like I'm the center of attention. But that's something I'm working on. And I think it's important to continue working on fixing myself. Because I truly believe that anxiety, with treatment, with this immersive way of doing things, by forcing myself to do things outside of my comfort zone, will eventually help me with my anxiety, and hopefully my anxiety will disappear. That's what I'm hoping. And so the third type of anxiety disorder I was diagnosed with was agoraphobia. Now, this is something that I've been focused on more. Because agoraphobia is a fear of leaving your home, and that one has been really difficult for me because I love adventures. I love being outside. I love just exploring, and I haven't been able to do that. And agoraphobia makes me feel afraid to leave my house alone. It makes me afraid to hang out with friends if I'm not truly comfortable with them or if I don't really know them. It makes me afraid of being around them without having a way to get home. So when I'm out with my husband, no problem at all. I can go anywhere with him. I'm totally comfortable with my husband. But when I try to do things alone, it's just really hard, and when I start planning things, it hits my anxiety and it triggers my anxiety, and it just kind of spirals downhill. Now, lately I've been making that my main focus, because I'm happier when I'm out exploring and doing things, because I consider myself an adventurous person, and agoraphobia hasn't always been a part of my life. It's just something that happened once we moved here to Virginia. So it's kind of a new thing for me, and I'm determined to completely fix that. And I have been going to therapy, and my therapist has basically been saying, hey, if you want to get better, you have to force yourself to be better. And that means taking small steps by making small goals. So yeah, that is improving in my life. It's still hard, especially combined with the generalized anxiety and with social anxiety. It's still very difficult, but I'm working on it, and I have full confidence that I'll be able to make it through it. Now with my depression starts when I can't seem to fix my anxiety. When anxiety has taken complete control, I start getting depressed because I'm a problem solver. So when I can't solve the problem of my anxiety, it spirals into depression for me, and sometimes it'll last for a couple of days. Luckily for me, it doesn't last longer than that. I usually can snap myself out of it. Now, if I can't snap myself out of depression, what usually will happen is I just like to sleep a lot. My household chores will be put on the back burner. Sometimes dishes won't be done for days. Sometimes laundry won't be done for days. Going back to anxiety, you can see that sometimes I'll trip over my words. That is definitely anxiety. And sometimes I get really just like foggy-headed, where I can't really think clearly. That's anxiety, and that's pretty much like every day. Like, I'm always working through it. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Again, my name is Amy, and this is The Mormon Vegan. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to write a comment below and to subscribe. I post videos every Wednesday, and I'll see you next week. Bye!